So today's Real Animals adventure has me in Captiva, Florida. I'm back at one of my favorite places, South Seas Island Resort, with my good friend Captain Ozzy Lessinger. Looking forward to just getting on the boat with the Oz man and spending a day throwing some artificials and seeing what we can catch.
What up, Mikey?
What's going on, pal?
How are you?
A little cold, but...
little cold, little breezy, little cloudy.
A little cold. It's all right.
Perfect day.
It's always a good day when we get to fish together.
Yes. Good to see you.
I'd rather fish with you on a day when the weather's not great than not fish with you at all, buddy.
Here you go. Yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah, let's go fishing. I like it.
Yeah, sounds like a plan, man.
Like it.
Go throw some jigs and see if we can get some cold fish to bite.
Yeah, they'll eat. You know, it's always a unique experience, a great opportunity when you can get with someone who absolutely loves to throw artificials as much as I do. Captain Ozzy Lessinger is that guy. He's so technically sound. He's such a great angler. He knows the estuary so well that you just never know what you're going to run into. And it's usually a lot of fish. I mean, it's just what the guy does.
We're going to throw my absolute favorite jig.
Yeah,
the Little John.
Mirror Little John, yeah.
Mirror Little John, ain't nothing better.
I agree.
So we're gonna just get in here and work down, and I mean, the fish may not be big, but we should be able to catch fish. There should be some little redfish and little snook and some trout along, you know, as it's cold water, these trout will even get up on these shorelines and some of these deeper, little deeper troughs. Uh-oh. Got a nibble.
Uh-oh. What you got, dog?
I got a trout.
Oh, boy.
It's a start.
Sure is.
Not a bad one.
I've never met a bad one.
That's true. 15, 16 inches long.
Pretty fish, though.
Oh, yeah, not bad.
Nice fish.
Couple fangs.
Yeah, nice fish.
All right.
Atta boy.
It's a start.
Atta boy.
It's kind of interesting how these trout will push back in here in this cold weather.
That's a nice fish.
I mean, if you look at where we're at, you're like, we're basically, you know, in this little channel. We got houses to our right and we got an island to our left, and you're like, you know what? You know, it's not a grass flat. Right. You know. Like, yeah. But this cold weather
pushes them into these canals.
We'll push them into this, you know, push them back here a little bit.
Makes sense.
There you go. That's a little better.
Look at that pretty head shake. That's a nice trout. Not a bad fish.
All right.
Oh, you got a leader touch.
That one counts.
That one's a good fish.
That one counts. Yeah, nice fish.
That. Nice trout. Boy, they are healthy. Look how pretty they are. Great color.
Yep.
Nice little wide back to them.
Come on. You can open your mouth. There we go.
That is such a great bait. Pretty fish.
Pretty.
Healthy.
Another 16, 17 inch trout.
Little shoulders to them too, so they're a little bit heavy.
Really? Is that what you needed to do to me?
Oh yeah.
Weren't even my fish.
They always get you back.
There was one.
Uh-oh. Oh, another trout, huh?
Another trout.
Want some help there, buddy?
Maybe. This one's way bigger than yours.
Way big. Oh, it's a good fish, yeah. It is too. Yeah, that's a nice trout there. Gosh. Golly, buddy, look at the shoulders on this fella. Let me get a leader touch. If he gets off there.
I know you were taking your time.
I was.
You're just taking your time hoping it'd come off.
Well, no, I don't think I wanted to lose this one.
No.
No, this one's a dandy.
It's a good fish for the camera.
That one's a dandy there, buddy. Look at that trout. Huh? Look at that beautiful trout there. Wow. Atta boy, Oz. Looked like it ate off that little edge right there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a drop off.
Yeah.
And these trout are going to be sitting 20 to 30 feet off the shoreline, where our snook and our redfish are potentially going to be, you know, usually within 5 or 8 feet.
Boy, that's pretty, isn't it? Got a little healthy belly. I thought you were kidding when you said it was bigger, but you weren't.
No. I know my fish.
Yes, you do, my friend.
I might have to catch another one while you're letting that one go.
Hey, nice job, kid.
Thanks, buddy.
That was a dandy.
All right.
We got a few nice trout. See if we can go get a couple of redfish.
Let's go see what where my tide is and where the wind is and see what we can do.
The interesting part about Charlotte Harbor and some of the conservation efforts down there, it's really put that estuary in a good place. It's rebounded so well. There's a lot of areas holding really, really big trout. The redfish population has kind of exploded. The snook fishing down there is getting better and better and better. It should be a lesson for everyone. You know, if you really go to work on your estuary and put some serious conservation efforts in place, this estuary now is bar none one of my favorite in Florida. It's healthy, it's booming, there's a lot of fish here, the seagrass is growing well. There's just so many great things to say about this part of the state of Florida. So what are you thinking here, Oz?
Our wind came down just a little bit, our tide's up, we're right about time to tide starting going out. It's, you know, it's not really, you know, we're wintertime, so it's not a really good big high tide, but these oysters are almost covered up. There's a nice little trough that runs down these, you know, down through these oyster bars here. So we're just gonna get out here and work our jigs through this little trough, and hopefully we'll end up with, you know, snook trout or redfish, or all three ideally.
I like it.
You know, see what happens. There you go. I think I warmed that one up for you.
I think you did too.
I missed one, you know?
Well, it was nice of you to leave them there for me.
Well, yeah. There's our redfish.
Little red dog.
Little red.
Little red dog.
You can swing one back here, Mikey.
Come here, pumpkin. Little pumpkin.
There
Well,
we
he's
go.
kind of light colored sitting up in that sand.
Sitting on that sand, they get so light, you know?
That little John in molting is a tough color to beat. If you got a bunch of mullet around, small mullet,
Oh, yeah.
it's tough to beat that molting color.
Pretty little fish.
Nice fish.
And that, you know, as we were talking about earlier, it's just so nice to see all the little ones, you know, because it just means good things for our future.
Without those, you don't have a future.
Exactly.
You gotta have those.
Exactly. Look at that blue in that tail when he gets in the water. Pretty.
Whenever you're fishing the wintertime here in Florida, if you've got moving water and you have the drive to cover water, you got a shot. And that's what Ozzy and I's plan really was. You know, he had some areas, some zones where he had been catching fish, and we just had to get in those zones and go to work. You know, if you're gonna spend the day grinding with anybody, it's Ozzy Lessinger, because he's gonna figure it out.
You get on a pattern for
I think you got him figured out.
3 or 4 days and you think you got it figured out, and then you're like, wait a minute.
Where'd they go?
They're gone. Stupid things got tails and can swim.
Right.
There's a fish.
Uh-oh. Go with the power pole?
Yeah, power pull down.
Oh, little red dog.
Little red.
Oh, boy. Boy, he wanted that one too.
Yeah.
He sure did. So much fun though, on light tackle with that jig.
Wow, he's throwing these jigs on these little real animals, bull bays.
It's as good as it gets.
Good as it gets. Little 6 to 12 pound outfit.
Okay. He just sensed the water and was like, I want to go.
He was ready to leave.
Oh boy, Les.
All right, Mikey. I think we're gonna try the backside of this oyster bar here.
Okay.
I've been on my charters. I've been out here fly fishing on the real low tide, and there's some really nice redfish on this flat tailing around. And I come up here in the high water, and I have not been able to figure out you know, they're where I think they're supposed to be, they haven't been.
Right.
So we're going to try something and see if maybe they've pushed up on the back side of these oyster bars here, and give
sure
that
looks
a shot.
good out there.
Yeah,
with all
it
that
looks real pretty. You see some of that mottled bottom and some
Mm-hmm.
little sand holes. So let's go see if we can get that done.
I like it.
Get a big one in the boat.
Oh, that boy. Yeah.
Power pole us down.
What you got there, buddy?
I think I got a trout. No, it's a redfish.
Oh, it's a redfish. My bad, it's a redfish. My bad. Here, I'm not doing anything. Let me unhook.
Hey, why don't you unhook the fish?
Let me unhook your redfish again.
Can you make yourself useful?
I'm trying.
Because I think this is my 4th redfish,
Yeah, I've only got one.
and you have one.
I think you're rubbing that in a little bit.
You'd have it no other way.
I
Because
would
if the roles ever get reversed, you will rub it in.
I would never. What do you mean if ever?
Well, I mean, the last 2 shows.
Telling you. I just keep coming back to take this abuse from you too. That's how much I like you.
A little bigger.
Yeah, not bad. Pretty little red dog.
Looks fishy here, Mikey. What do you think?
Well, I mean, it's your waters. What do you think?
You know, we get that fallen tide and this nice mottled bottom, that sand. There should be some trout sitting in these little sand pockets out here. Get up there and give it a shot.
Sure looks good. Sure looks good. Talking with Ozzy, he had said that the trout bite had been pretty good with some, not only good numbers of fish, but some pretty big fish too. Uh-oh, look at my boy. And I just had no idea what we were in for. And it was pretty exciting once we found it. Oh, another one. Nice trout.
Nice trout.
This one's not bad either.
No, they should all be pretty good.
Hey, just, you know, we'll just pull up and catch big trout. I mean, it's just
Hey, it's easy, right?
Lessinger. South Seas Island Resort, baby. Just come and get
Look
you
at the
some.
other one fall. Can you see the other one
Oh,
falling?
yeah, look at
Right
that.
behind it.
Wow. Okay, 2 casts, 2 giant trout, no big deal. Good fish. Wow. I got a leader touch on that one, Lessinger, just so you know.
All right.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And
thing.
yours is even bigger than mine.
Yeah. This fishery in the wintertime is absolutely incredible. It's incredible year round, but to have this good of fishing in the wintertime,
Yeah, oh yeah, and then, you know,
Pretty
I mean, it's so
special.
nice because this time of year, that water cools off and these big trout move up skinny, you know?
I know he's gonna splash me because that's just what they do. There you go. I didn't even get splashed.
look at that thing. Look at this one. Dude, look at this trout.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Dude, come on, dog. Come on, dog. That can't even be
right.
real.
You know, like I said, as this water cools off, you know, these fish move up
Yeah,
and they get stacked sometimes.
apparently.
Where it's just like, it's just every cast, you know, and it's nonstop. And they're all, you know, anywhere from 17 to 21, 22 inches.
Beautiful.
It's not like you're gonna catch little ones up here in the shallower
Well,
water.
they're healthy.
Usually.
They're healthy and just got all kinds of energy because that water temp's down.
Oh yeah.
That's magical. Ugh.
Woo. Quick release.
We just don't have this trout fishing at home right now. I just wish we did.
don't?
No.
Yeah. It's,
Every now and then you'll run into a little pot of them, but not like this. That's just as good at trout fishing as you'll find right there. Here in Charlotte Harbor, Pine Island Sound, South Seas Island Resort in the wintertime. Come on down and get you some of that. Just throwing little jigs, baby.
The South Seas Island Resort on Captiva Island is a 330-acre wildlife preserve which spans 2.5 miles of pristine white sand beaches. Enjoy some of Florida's best fishing, from snook and tarpon to grouper and kingfish, or play a round of golf overlooking the crystal clear waters of the Gulf of Mexico. The Real Animals Fishing Show can't recommend a better island-style getaway than the South Seas Island Resort.
Hey gang, this week's Real Animals Tip of the Week, I want to talk to you about Relentless Knives. My good friend George Lambert here is with Relentless Knives. Now, these knives are kind of taking the whole knife world by storm. What's the concept? What's making them special?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. So we base this on nature and the way Mother Nature designed the beaver's tooth. That tooth has to perform for the entirety of that animal's life. And so the way Mother Nature designed it is the front of the tooth, the front enamel, is fortified with iron. That makes it harder than the enamel on the back of the animal's tooth, which is softer. So as the animal chews, the front harder side wears slower than the back side, which is softer.
So it sharpens as
it sharpens as it chews. The soft side going wearing faster relative to the hard side. So it's always left with a sharp edge. Hence the idea it sharpens as you cut. So we wanted to replicate that with our knife blades. And the way we did that is, if you can see this black strip right here, on the substrate metal that's titanium here, we applied the first layer of tungsten carbide through spark deposition, and then we took a crushed diamond compound and applied that on top through laser deposition. And so what that does is it creates a very, very hard area right where this black strip is, and that's much harder than on the back side of the knife, which is the softer titanium. So as you cut with this knife, the softer side wears much like the beaver's tooth, wears faster, and so you're always left with that fine, sharp edge.
Perpetual edge knives. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Titanium, no rust, great ABS handle for gripping. Go to relentlessknivesusa.com and find out what all the hype is about. I promise you won't be disappointed. All right, let's try it again.
Gotta go for 5 in a row.
All right.
There he is, 5 in a row.
You know, it's just not very often that you get on a trout bite like that. But for a lot of anglers, you know, that's not the first time it's happened. And for Ozzy and I, you know, we just got to a point where it was every cast.
I've gone like 6 or 8 twitches without a bite, so. Oh, there he is. I thought that was gonna be a problem.
Or almost every cast that we were catching another big, beautiful trout. You know, Ozzy and I finally just got to the point where we looked at one another and we're like, hey, you know, we're good. We've had some fun. Maybe we should give these fish a break and not pull on too many of them. It was time to call it a wrap and head for the house, because it was an incredible bite. We left them biting, which is always a good feeling. And you know, with that, it kind of leaves you hoping that the next time you come there, you'll have that same experience.
There's a pile of trout in there right now. That's a nice fish. That fish is probably 20 inches.
Yeah, that's a real good fish there. And they're all healthy, even the ones that are 17, 18 inches are just wide across the back. They're healthy, they've been eating good, they're clean fish.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, I really think our limits down here have made a big difference.
Oh.
We are allowed 3 per person or 6 for the boat.
Right.
Which is huge.
Making a big difference.
And guys don't count.
Right, yeah.
And you're only allowed one over 19 for the whole boat,
Right.
not even per person. So sometimes what happens is it becomes hard to catch one small enough.
Hey gang, today's Real Animals Tackle Box, Captain Ozzie Lessinger are using some really pretty simple tackle. So one of my favorites, the Bull Bay Real Animals Signature Series rod, 7 foot 2 inches long. This is the 8 to 17 pound, medium heavy, fast action. Great rod for throwing artificial baits. We've got the Penn Battle DX 3000 here. Love this reel, it's got a great drag system. Almost fail-proof, like Penn always is. We've got 10-pound vicious braid, long cast, super durable, 20-pound fluorocarbon vicious leader right here. And this was really the key. The real key to the day was the Mirror Lure Little John in golden bream. This was the color that Ozzie had been doing really, really well on. 1/4 ounce jig head, maybe an 1/8 ounce, depending on how deep and shallow you are. Remember, you got to stay in that about 1 foot above the grass, 10 inches above the grass. That's usually the strike zone for good trout fishing, and that was the case today. And as long as your jig head will keep you in that strike zone, you're in good shape. This is all the gear that Ozzie and I use today to catch all those fish. Get yourself rigged up, get on the water, catch yourself some fish.